Hello, hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, the host of the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast, powered by CTR Media Network. And today we have an amazing featured guest. Her name is Lisa Springer-Huezo, and she is an amazing person in regards to, how I always talk about on our segments about we need to pay attention to our health and wellness, not just from the neck down, but especially from the neck up. Well, she is an expert in mental health and also eradicating the stigma that is associated around mental illness. I prefer to say mental health. That's just my thing. And she's also doing some amazing things with an organization here in Columbia, South Carolina. So without further ado, let's bring on Lisa. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dr. Tina. How are you? I'm so excited to be here today.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you
more
for having
excited.
me.
It's truly my pleasure because this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Now, this is not my area of expertise, but I rally behind this mission when I see individuals that speak on these topics, that provide assistance on this topic, because I know personally from doing what I do how important we need to really have these conversations and have resources available. So you are a mental health first aid coordinator for South Carolina Strive. So tell us a
Thrive.
little bit, Strive. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, SC Thrive is a nonprofit, and my position here is the Mental Health First Aid Coordinator. And so, what SC Thrive does is actually connect people to crucial benefits from food security and healthcare resources to financial wellness. And we help you meet and provide access to resources that you might not have available, especially those people who are in the outlying areas like in the PD. What I do in particular is work to educate people about taking the stigma out of mental health and also train individuals to become mental health first aiders. Because the goal is to have people become familiar with signs and symptoms of people experience a mental health crisis. And we want mental health first aid to become just as common as taking CPR, right? As you talked about, we would talk about our health in our bodies, but what about the health in our minds? So my goal at SE Thrive is to make sure I can train as many individuals um, to notice the signs and symptoms of someone experiencing a mental health crisis. And that was one of the reasons why I came to Stomp Out Crime, because, we can look in the news and a lot of times we see that sometimes people are not aware that a person is having a mental health crisis or experiencing the signs and symptoms, and they mistake that for them maybe feeling like they're committing a crime. And so we want to make sure that everyone knows what it might look like for someone to be experiencing a crime and not a mental illness and not mistake that for an actual crime instead. And so we definitely partner with law enforcement to make sure that they're educated about the signs and symptoms also to look out for.
I am so happy that you said that because we see the end results of what happens when the public and law enforcement is not educated on how to identify something that's like a mental health crisis versus someone who is just being combative, all right? Because it's a complete difference. And so knowing that we have this and this type of education, we have people like yourself who's qualified, and also coming together for such an incredible event such as Stomp Out Crime, because we know that here in the Midlands alone, I'm not speaking on all the other places, but here in the Midlands alone, our crime has, it expanded so much. And with a focal point, I would say recently on our teenagers. Our teenagers, they're
Yes.
more and more crime. So how do your organization or what you do you actually facilitate help for adults only or children only, or is it a combination of both?
So I'm so glad you asked that question, Tina, because we have two types of classes. We have youth mental health first aid, which I love teaching about the youth, right? So that our teachers are aware, that our cafeteria personnel are aware, your school counselors, and everyone is aware of what's going on with your children at school, like you said, because teen crime and teen mental health issues are on the rise, especially post COVID, right? And so we have youth mental health first aid community classes, and we also have adult mental health first aid community classes. And both are important, right? Because there's a certain signs or symptoms that adults might exhibit that youth might not exhibit, or we take for granted, or we think it's acting out behavior when they really are trying to communicate that they do have something going on. And so, how we also teach how to approach in asking someone if they are experiencing a mental health crisis. That's a very important piece, right? Because you have to be approachable. You have to know how to approach it, when to approach, and should you approach. Because there's a difference between, like you said, calling the police department 911 or calling what we call 988, which is our mental health crisis line, which is also available. So, speaking to our youth, definitely that's one of my main goals here in Columbia, in the Midlands area, is to educate school districts on how to identify their students.
That's powerful. I like how you said understanding how and what and if like you should approach the situation, and understanding that we have two lines of communication if you need to seek out additional help, which is 911 that everybody know about, right? But
Mhm.
most importantly, we should go to 988 first, because that if you go to the wrong place first and they're not properly trained, a person that's just having a mental health crisis could lose their life. And we have seen that many, many times because they're thinking that it's something that it's not, and they just simply need 988. I need you guys to get that in your head.
Exactly.
I need you to get
Right.
988 in your head, because if you have anybody that's experiencing, or maybe you yourself is experiencing something, you just don't feel like yourself. It's different from feeling off. It's feeling, it can be compared to that, but you just know that you're not yourself, and you just cannot pull
Mhm.
yourself together no matter what you do. You need to seek help, and it's not anything wrong with seeking help. It should be a
Exactly.
normal line of care for you. You should not be embarrassed. You should not attach that stigma to it, because it's just regular
Right.
health care at the end of the day. So let's talk a little bit about the resources that you guys had. I know you mentioned them some a little bit, but do y'all have like a certain program that you really push a little bit more? You see that a little bit more of the community is driving towards, so that we can get more people that may not know about your amazing what y'all doing here in South Carolina, how they can get in contact and all of that.
So we have a plethora of programs actually, but I want to just touch on the point what you said about calling 988. If you yourself are experiencing a mental health crisis, or you feel like you said just like a little off, you can also call 988 and they will come out and do a wellness check for you. So instead of calling 911 and thinking you have to go to the emergency hospital room, you can call out 988 for a relative, family member, anyone, and ask them for a wellness check. So that's a very important piece to remember. You can call 988. They will come to your house. They have a mobile unit and they will assess if it is truly a mental health crisis that you're going through and get you the proper resources. What we do at SC Thrive is number one, you can go to our website, which is www.scthrive.org, which we also have a number of services available through Thrive Hub. You can contact our contact center, which the number for our contact center is 1-888-726-8774. And at the contact center, you'll be in contact with a person who has knowledge of all of the benefits that you may be eligible for in the state of South Carolina, such as SNAP, such as TANF, such as they'll help you fill out Medicaid, Well Vista, we partner with Molina. So really our call center is a one-stop shop. You fill out one application and we disperse it to all of those agencies for you. And then those organizations will reach back out to the client and contact them and follow up and follow through with their applications. So you can get a wealth of information by contacting one of our benefits representatives at our call center, and they're available Monday through Friday. Also, when you go to Thrive Hub, you can sign up for classes yourself. You can sign up for a mental health first aid class. You can sign up for a benefits training. We can come out to your site and provide benefits training and mental health first aid to anyone in all organizations. Those are community classes, and the class schedule is on the website, so they can find us easily on that website. Everything is available.
Wow, that's amazing. I want to piggyback off of what you said about the 988 with the wellness center or the wellness check-in. I had no
Yes,
idea that they'll do a wellness check-in and come to your home, have a mobile part. So you don't even
yes,
have to get dressed to like go to a facility. They will come to you. So I mean, that resource by itself is priceless because
yes, it is.
if you're confused on what it is or what it isn't, they're trained to identify what it is and what it isn't, and then be able to get you that proper help if you need it, or that family member or loved one, or maybe it's a friend,
Right,
or maybe you see someone
right.
that's and you like, oh, I don't know what to do, but I can call 988. Okay, so that is powerful. I had no idea that the 988 was that extensive. I knew 988.
Yes,
I knew that, but I didn't know over here in South Carolina we had that type of accessibility. I didn't know. So thank you so much for
yes.
sharing. That's
Hmm.
powerful in itself because most
It is.
people now they don't have a car. They don't have a car. So
Exactly. And the good
so
thing
it's
about 982, like you said, it can be
mhm,
done in the privacy of your own home. You're not taken to a facility. The mental health professional comes into your home and does the assessment there. So then, it takes away some of that stigma of people seeing you going out in a police car if you had called 911, right?
mhm,
But they're going to
mhm,
come to your home. Nobody's going to know. They're going to come and assess whether you need to go to inpatient care or not, or whether it is truly something else going on and we need to get you straight away to the emergency room, right? It may be
mhm.
something like an overdose or something like that, where that becomes a medical crisis, and then we need to call 911. But they can do all that assessing there with the mobile unit. So they'll actually come out and do that for you.
Wow, you guys, make sure that you go check out their website and see all of the courses, classes, resources that they have available. Another thing that I would like to reiterate is something else that you said, Lisa, when you said that oh, you said so many good things that I didn't even realize. Like when you said that they can go and put in one application with you guys, and then you pretty much distribute it to different places that they may need their services, such as SNAP and all that. And then those organizations will contact them. That alone is so powerful as well, because think about this, people, what this organization is doing. They're cutting down the legwork that you have to do. Okay,
Exactly.
imagine you have kids, or maybe you don't feel that well, and you know you need this assistance, you need to try for Medicaid, you need to try for SNAP and all of this, and you got to go from one place to the other. Gas is expensive. You don't know how long you have to wait in these long lines. And then you
Right.
can organization fill out that one paper, and then they take it upon themselves to distribute it and match you, pretty much matching you with what you need. And then you know that first of all, it's legitimate companies that's calling you, because
Yes.
scam is on the rise. So now
Yes,
you know they're
definitely.
calling you from that one verifiable connection, which is South Carolina Thrive. I mean, that,
Yes.
that's
And
powerful.
that's important because a lot of people, we guide you through the steps of filling out the application. So sometimes people don't really understand what some of the questions mean.
Yeah,
We don't give
yeah.
you the answers, but we can help you figure out what the answers are. And then
Mhm.
just taking away that helps them to alleviate some of the anxiety that might come with filling out the applications. And then we disperse it. But the other thing we do too is follow up and make sure that the agency received it. How about that, right?
Oh,
And give you that follow
wow.
up. We'll even give you that follow up call to make sure that you connected with, say, SNAP, TANF, Medicaid, things like that. And also, one thing I want to point out is if you have not done your Medicaid renewal, call SC Thrive's call center and we will walk you through the application if you have not done your Medicaid renewal. So I know a lot of people missed that because of COVID. So we are doing
Mhm.
your Medicaid renewals. So that's an important piece too, because we don't want you
I
to miss out
mean,
on those benefits.
I'm just like, it's very seldom that I do an interview and I'm like speechless because I meet a lot of phenomenal people, organizations, and businesses in general. And all of them have something unique that's special. But I have never ran across a nonprofit that has these many things up under one umbrella, up under their umbrella, I should say. So, wow, right here in South Carolina, who would ever thought? Like, wow.
Mhm.
Wow. So, thank you so much for sharing. And do you guys have any events that's going on that is available to the general public, online or in person? Let us know what's going on so we can stay connected.
So again, we want you to go to SC Thrive. Our website is www.scthrive.org. Our biggest event that we have coming up, along with our classes that we offer monthly, which are benefits training, the mental health first aid for youth and adults. We do taxes also. That was something I didn't mention earlier. We do taxes. Our tax season has kind of wound down, but we are having our annual training this year, and it is September, I believe, 17th and 18th, and it's going to be right here in the Columbia area at the DoubleTree Hotel. So if you're interested in coming out and seeing all the wonderful things that we have to offer for you at SC Thrive, I encourage you to go on the website and register. You can come with your organization, would be great to get this information, or you can come as an individual to get educated for yourself, because I believe, this is personally, I believe that when you have knowledge to make informed choices, it changes the quality of your life. So you can just go on our website and register for any of those events we have going on right now.
I agree with you. Yes, because knowledge is power, and knowledge with execution change your life. So thank you so much, Lisa, for coming on the show and sharing
Thank you.
the plethora of things, like the multi-layered of things that your organization actually offers, and also breaking it down so that we can understand the different pieces of it, because you made it very easy for us to be able to understand and very easy for us to figure out where do we fit in, where do someone that we know fit in,
Right.
and how they can get the resources and the help that's available. So thank you so much for not only being a part of Stomp Out Crime, but most importantly, thank you for what you continuously do in the community, for putting a positive
Yeah.
spotlight on
Yeah.
mental wellness. And you guys, we
Yes.
have to take care of ourselves from the neck up. We don't do it.
We
We need to
do.
do
We
it.
need to do it. We need to do it. So thank you so much for having me. I enjoy talking about mental health. It's my passion. And especially using the word, I like your words, mental wellness. We have to start thinking about, because we like to talk about there's hope with facts, and recovery is possible.
Oh, see, look at here. She dropping t-shirts,
Okay.
slogans, and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, we about to get us a t-shirt. Wow. So you
Yes,
guys make
ma'am.
sure to connect. We'll make sure to have this information up and all that good stuff, so you guys will be able to click on it and be able to see and go take your time and go through the website, because she
Mhm.
mentioned a lot of different things, but I'm sure it's more information than that that's on the website. And I'm sure they're adding more and more resources that someone you love, someone that you may meet
Yeah.
someone and hear them in the grocery line saying, "Oh, I need some
Mhm.
help." And then you're like, "Excuse me, I heard you say you need it." And then you give them the website.
Right. There
Give
you
them the
go.
website. because so many people are going through so much right now. So this could be what they've been hoping, wishing, and praying for. Just and give the gift that keep on giving, love and knowledge. Give it away.
Yes.
That's what this community is doing. And I'm so happy that you decided to come to Stomp Out Crime and we met. And Lisa, thank you so much for what you and your organization is doing. And most important, thank you for being a guest on the Tina Ramsey Show.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it. And again, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those good things. LinkedIn, we're there. So thank you, Dr. Ramsey. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed meeting you. She's a real thing, people. Okay. She's the real thing. Love you.
Oh,
And
love
you
you
have
too.
blessings.
Thank you. And to you too. And everyone, before we go, I always tell you this every single week. If no one told you today that you are loved, that you are worthy, and that you are valued, I want you to know that you are worthy and that I love you. And what do I want you to do until next time? I want you to do what? I want you to keep smiling. Okay. I'll see you next week, same time, same place here on the Tina Ramsey Show, because it's time for you to come share, shine, and grow. What? On the Tina Ramsey Show. We'll see you next week.